Thanks everyone for coming out today. If you need a seat, there's a few more seats here, so please file in and come on in. Thank you so much again for coming out. For you, those of you that don't know me, my name's Rebecca Janis, and I'm the Director of Planning and Development for the City of Dunkirk. And on behalf of Mayor Rosas, the City Council, and the City of Dunkirk, I want to welcome everyone to Wright Park. Wright Park is one of the city's many beautiful parks, and it's located on the shores of Lake Erie, and today we're here to celebrate some major improvements that are underway at the park. I want to acknowledge some of the presence of some people that are here today with us. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kevin Kearns, the Vice President of Engagement and Economic Development from Fredonia State University. Our Assemblyman, Andy Gandel. Lori Cornell, the Regional Representative of New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo. Kevin Muldowney, Chautauqua County Legislator, District 1, representing Senator Catherine Young's office as well today. Jacqueline Sherratt Phelps, Director of Constituent Services, representing Congressman Tom Reed's office today. Mark Thomas, the Western District Director of New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation. Mike Civiletto, the City of Dunkirk's 4th Ward Councilman. And Bob Bankowski, our Chautauqua County Legislator, District 2. We also want to acknowledge and thank County Executive George Borrello for all of his support. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here with us today, but he sent his congrats for the project. And I'd also like to acknowledge Councilman Don Williams, Marty Bamanto, Sean Heenan, and Andy Wallazin for their tremendous support on the projects. The Wright Park Improvement Project is a project that's been a long time in the making. I want to give a little background on this project. In December of 2013, the city was awarded funding through New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation to take on major improvements at this park. There were many great ideas formulated, yet unfortunately some of these ideas weren't able to be carried out and were not implemented, and the city faced the possibility of losing these grant funds. When the mayor took office in 2016, he recognized that the funding was about to be lost and directed the Planning and Development Department to work with New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation to save and secure these funds. In spring of 2016, the city successfully secured the funding and was given the green light to move forward. The project called for many recreation improvements, additions, and upgrades to the park. Yet the feasibility of all recreation items taking place within this grant funding was a tricky task to assemble. The city recognized that certain recreation activities would need to be prioritized, and other activities would have to be developed at a later phase. The city hired Barton and LaJudas to help define the vision and the Phase 1 improvements for Wright Park over this past summer of 2017. The Wright Park feasibility study was completed in order to create a recreation space for all ages, and it was decided that a splash pad, futsal court, or smaller soccer field, and pickleball courts would be the best use of the vacant asphalt space behind the main pavilion. In addition, pickleball courts and the futsal space could be flooded for an ice skating rink in the winter months. The main pavilion will include upgrades such as ADA compliant restrooms, new metal roof to withstand the harsh winters, and a defined path surrounding the pavilion, and parking to accommodate more people using the park. Additional landscaping and signage will be included to give final touches to Wright Park. Before I invite out our guest speakers to say a few words, I'd like to acknowledge the funding sources that helped make this project a reality. Our main funder includes New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation. I would also like to acknowledge the U.S. Housing and Urban Development HUD for allowing CDBG funds to be used for upgrades to this park. And a special thanks to the Dunkirk Fredonia Rotary for their donation towards our splash pad, which would not be able to be a reality without that. At this time, I'd now like to invite Mayor Rosas to say a few words. Mayor? I'd like to welcome Lori Cornell up to speak.
Thank you, Rebecca, and thank you, Mayor. We appreciate those kind words. The governor truly values Mayor Rosas' friendship and counts him among some of the top mayors across New York State. This is case in point of the incredible job that he's doing on behalf of the city of Dunkirk and really creating what is a regional asset, this Wright Park, Point Gratiot, and utilizing the asset that we have in this gorgeous Lake Erie. And let me point to the gorgeous lake behind you if you haven't taken a moment to look. and say that I'll be the first in the long line of remaining speakers to set the tone and be very brief for obvious reasons, like the frozen lake behind us. My husband, Chuck, incubator director, back there sipping his coffee and shivering, and I just got back from a vacation down south last week. I see many tan bodies out there with your winter parkers on. And, you know, you drive back north and you kind of wonder, why do I live in Western New York? But, you know, it's occasions like this and a view like that that really literally bring it all home. And I'm so proud to be from the city of Dunkirk. I grew up taking swimming lessons right over there. Do you all remember that? Yes. And I will be brief in my shivers, setting the tone, like I said, for the remaining speakers, and just say that the governor is very, very proud to be here today to announce this ribbon cutting for the $450,000 investment in state funds in this gorgeous facilities that we are about to create in this gorgeous park. Like all good projects, there is much credit to go around. This project this award was first secured by former Mayor A.J. Dulce and his administration in 2013, but has been so proactively and efficiently carried out by our current Mayor, Willie Rosas, and much credit to superstar development director Rebecca Janis, and we need to give her a round of applause. Excellent choice by Mayor Rosas, and this park is case in point. Also due credit to our colleagues in state government, Assemblyman Andy Goodell and Senator Kathy Young, and the support from county government as well, under the direction of former County Executive Vince Horgan. This grant was secured through the REDC process, of which he was a part, and now continues to be supported by current County Executive George Borello. And so, with no further ado, I will turn over the podium to the next speaker. Thank you again. It's an honor to be here.
I just want to thank Lori for her kind words, and next we have Kevin.
So much for being brief, Lori.
That was my brief.
My boss, Senator Kathy Young, unfortunately couldn't be here today. Grandma duties came into the works the last minute, but she wanted to congratulate everybody that plays a part in it. I can't go home unless I give the pickleball people credit for negotiating or working with the city. My wife is an avid pickleball player, and I see a bunch of them out here today. It's going to provide a lot of entertainment for northern Chautauqua people. So congratulations. Here we are back again in the city of Dunkirk with another ribbon cutting. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's brief, Lori.
Jacqueline, please come up.
Good morning. I'm here on behalf of Congressman Reed just to say congratulations again to the city of Dunkirk. You know, I said to Mayor Rosas a couple of months ago, we were right down the street talking about federal, state, and local funds all working together to make a difference for this area. Before that, we did the same thing down the street this way with the apartment complex, and now we've got Wright Park. The most beautiful part about this area is that we have seasons: winter, fall, summer, and spring. And it'll be cool that Wright Park utilizes it for ice skating, and that Wright Park utilizes it for futsal and pickleball. And so I'm really excited for the citizens of Dunkirk, and I'm really excited that CDBG funds are being used, because Congressman Reed is very supportive of those funds and realizes how much they make a difference in the city. So congratulations, Mayor, Rebecca, and everybody. The city is on the move, and it's really cool to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Mark Thomas from New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation.
So we're the guys with the bucks. We're very excited that as this administration came in here in Dunkirk, they took the bull by the horns and moved this project from concept to reality. And the reality we see today is shovels already in the ground here behind me. These projects that Governor Cuomo has as a part of the Economic Development Council's initiative that he started are going forward. And one of the most important things that they stress is get it done. And we're very excited, Willie, that you're able, with your administration here, to get this project done. I too want to thank our assemblyman who's here and our state senator. Without their votes and support of these economic development initiatives in Albany, we wouldn't be here today either. And so in the city administration, all of the workers for the city and the community here that have made this happen, the support and the pushing of interest groups, keep pushing. These are important. It's important that communities hear from their public what recreation needs they want and need, and therefore that helps drive our state and federal investments. So thank you, and whoever's next. Rebecca, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mark.
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm 4th Ward Councilman Mike Civiletto. So we've got, like Lori said, we've got our different seasons, and we've got construction and winter, and those are our 2 seasons. And we're about to hit into the construction season, so that's fantastic. My biggest thing when I got elected, one of my biggest issues was getting something for the people who are moving into, or that were getting jobs at Athenix, a reason for them to come here and stay here and buy houses here. And this is just one more reason that people can say, hey, there's things to do in Dunkirk. There's a fantastic summer season that we're going to have all kinds of different activities, and we're going to have all kinds of different things happening. When I got here and I made that travel from Charlotte 6 years ago and moved back here, sometimes I would say, why the heck did I move back here? But I would look at that lake and I'd say, that's exactly why. And then I would start becoming a community activist, and I would see all the things that we would want to happen, and I didn't really see it moving forward until this administration. And I'm so proud of Rebecca Janis and of E.J. Hayes and of Mayor Rosas and the administration here, who has worked so hard to make sure that these projects move forward, get brand new projects. So I'm very proud of this. I'm very excited, and I'm really can't wait for the day that we can get the kids and the senior citizens and the middle-aged people and people my age, and I guess I'm middle-aged now, and everybody out here and just enjoying this park and it becoming the park that we've always thought it could be since we were kids. Thank you.
Bob Bankowski.
Good morning. Hey, another great day for the city of Dunkirk, huh? Put your hands together. Huh? Awesome. No, just an awesome thing. We're all going to enjoy this stuff. Mayor Rosas, nothing but, you got this project back on track, and don't be so humble. I mean, this has a lot to do with you, and Rebecca did an awesome job. EJ, and let's just put our hands together again once for them. Can't wait to get out here in the summertime.
And last but not least, Assemblyman Goodell.
What a beautiful day here in Dunkirk, right? Welcome to spring. The sun is shining. We got a nice pleasant breeze. There were several people standing around me. At first I thought they were friends, then I realized they just thought I was full of hot air. But this kind of project really does warm my heart. I should tell you that the mayor has my cell number, and he knows how to use it. And my phone has caller ID, and I still answer it. And I will also tell you, I have his cell phone number, and he's helped me. You may recall we increased the funding for the city of Dunkirk to offset the loss from that NRG. Hopefully that project will be going forward. And I needed help on the floor of the assembly because many of my colleagues from New York City don't realize we have such a gem out here at the other end of the state. And I called Willie, asked him who to call, and he did. And Willie, you did a great job getting the Black and Hispanic Caucus from New York City behind our project here in Dunkirk. So, Willie, thank you so much. Of course, think about this for a minute. We have this park. You have a walkway and a bikeway that leads to Memorial Park. You then continue on over to Point Gratiot. This city knows how to do it right. And so it is with great pleasure that I join you in the groundbreaking here, making this a really beautiful asset for the city of Dunkirk, connecting all your park system and this phenomenal lake. What a great day for the future of Dunkirk. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for all of our speakers today. I just wanted to recognize again the Rotary Club for their very generous donation of $20,000 to our splash pad. So let's just give another round of applause to the Rotary, Fredonia Dunkirk Rotary. And lastly, I just wanted to quickly acknowledge some of the staff and consultants working on the project and give them a special thank you. This project could not be made possible without the help from New York State Office of Parks and Recreation, Historic Preservation, specifically Noelle Cardos, who isn't with the parks anymore, but she was there and helped us a lot through this whole project. And Charisse Hansen, who is currently helping administer. Mark, you have a really great team, and I thank you. Keith Ewald and his team from Barton and LaJudas on the feasibility study, design phase, and engineering phase of the project. Thank you guys again for all of your help. You've made this vision a reality, so we can't thank you enough. Round of applause for them. I also wanted to thank Brian Van Buren and his team from Titan Development. They're working as our construction people, and we're excited to be working with them and look forward to this end result. So thank you, Titan Development. And lastly, I'd really like to thank the mayor, the city council, our DPW director, Randy Woodbury, and his DPW staff for all their hard work, all of the city staff, and specifically E.J. Hayes, Matt Burke, and Hector Rosas for everyone's time and input on this project. You've really made it great people to work with, and we're excited about the future of Dunkirk. So thank you everyone for coming out today. Thanks for the support. We're going to be taking a few groundbreaking ceremony pictures, so please stick around for those pictures, and have a great day. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here from Wright Park, the groundbreaking ceremony for the city of Dunkirk on its Wright Park project here, renovations. And we have Mayor Rosas from the city of Dunkirk here to say a few words. Mayor?
Yes, well, we're just very excited right now here with this project. It's been many years, over 5 years we've been working on this project here in the city. I came into office, that was one of the first projects that we began working on, and we're just so excited to finally be breaking ground. The completion target date for this project is Memorial Day of this year, so that the amenities could be used for this summer season. The amenities include upgrades to our bathrooms, as well as a splash pad, which there's a lot of excitement about, the pickleball courts, and other amenities as well. So we're just very excited about it. I'm very happy with the turnout today. Obviously, city residents are excited about this project, and we're just happy to be here to provide the work that's going to be done.
Well, thank you, Mayor Rosa. It's just thrilling news here for the city of Dunkirk. Another construction project underway with the Wright Park project coming to fruition. So we're back here at Wright Park in the groundbreaking ceremony here with the city of Dunkirk officials, and Mayor Rosas has welcomed aboard from the state parks office. The Honorable Mark Thomas is with us today. Mark, can you tell us a little bit about the project here?
Sure, I'm Mark Thomas. I'm the Western District Director of New York State Parks. And we have $450,000 of grant funds through the state of New York in this project. Our state park system annually gives funds to communities that put forth good projects for their communities, to either rehab parks or to build new park facilities. Today we're celebrating Dunkirk's groundbreaking on this work here at Wright Park, which is a major rehab of this park, and it's some addition of beautiful new facilities. We're very excited to be a part of this, and looking forward to this summer in fall when it's open to the public and the construction work is completed.
Thank you, Mark. Our many thanks for the assistance from the state here and the regional parks director here, Mark Thomas. And at this time, we welcome you back to our Wright Park groundbreaking ceremony. And we have with us the Assemblyman for this area, the Honorable Andy Goodell. If you'd step up to the plate here, please. Andy, you want to tell us a little bit about how you feel about the new groundbreaking ceremony here at Wright Park?
This is a great event for the city of Dunkirk because we're going to end up with a fantastic park. Compliments the leadership of Mayor Rosas and his development team and his the whole city administration. It'll be a great place during the summer and in the winter because some of it will be frozen over for ice skating rink and other activities. And it's part of a park system that goes all along the lakeshore, which is a huge asset for the city of Dunkirk and the region as well.
Well, thank you, Andy. Nice words from our Assemblyman, Andy Goodell. All right. Welcome back to the groundbreaking ceremony of Wright Park and its many amenities. We have with us the 4th Ward Councilman, Mike Civiletto. Mike, can you tell us a little bit how do you feel about the improvements here?
This is fantastic. It's been 6 years. When I first moved back here, I heard about this happening, and then we lost it, and we got it back, and we got it back without the splash pad. And Rotary stepped up, and Rotary gave us the money so we could have the matching funds to get the splash pad back in. So thank you so much to the Rotary, Dunkirk Fredonia Rotary, for donating that $20,000. And this is just going to be a fantastic thing for the kids, for everyone in the entire city. It's going to give us one more thing to tout Dunkirk as a great place to live and to work.
I thank you for acknowledging the Rotary Club. They were very instrumental in getting the splash pad for us. I remember communications with Mary Ann Coveley of the Dunkirk Rotary Club, which has since joined forces, and they become the Dunkirk Fredonia Rotary Club. But our many thanks to the Dunkirk Rotary Club and their donation of $20,000 for that splash pad, and the other, what's about a $500,000 project here for the renovations at Wright Park. Thank you for joining us, 4th Ward Councilman Mike Civiletto.
Yeah, very exciting.
Dunkirk's on the move. Many construction projects going on. We have more for you. Stay tuned. All right, we'll get Dunkirk's on the move. We're back here at Wright Park at the groundbreaking ceremony, and we have with us the Planning and Development Director for the City of Dunkirk, Ms. Rebecca Janis, who's very instrumental in bringing back this grant for the Wright Park project. Under the leadership of Mayor Rosas. So, Rebecca, can you tell us something about the project that you're working on?
Yeah, the project involves kind of a multi-use activity court for all ages. We really wanted to incorporate different activities for the young, to the teenager, to the adult. So behind the main pavilion at Wright Park, there will be a splash pad, a futsal court, which is kind of smaller soccer court, and 2 permanent pickleball courts. And at the futsal court, we will also have it lined for 2 additional pickleball courts to hold tournaments for 4 courts going at one time. So we're really excited about that. Pickleball is up and coming, and we're excited to bring in more people to Wright Park. We're also going to be doing some big improvements to the main pavilion, new roof, ADA compliant restrooms, and some really great seating around the area. We're also doing permanent parking right next to the pavilion to offer more parking spaces for Wright Park. So we're really excited.
Wonderful news from the Director of Planning and Development for the City of Dunkirk, Rebecca Janis. Thank you.
Thank you, Hector.
Dunkirk's on the move. Stay tuned for more. We're back here at the Wright Park groundbreaking ceremony, and we have Keith Ewald from Barton Legitis Consultant Engineers. So I'd like to ask Keith, how do you feel about the project here?
I think it looks like the project's off to a great start. I think it's a great project for the community. It's been a long time coming. Barton and LaJudas is glad to be able to help out.
I know you've been working with Rebecca Janis, our Director of Planning and Development. She's a wonderful leader. And how do you feel about the negotiations and the project?
I think Rebecca's been doing a great job for the city. She's come in a little over a year ago. She's been very busy. As was said during the ceremony, her and the mayor came in, sort of grabbed the project by the horns, moved it forward. I know it's had some obstacles over the years, but they were able to kind of move it forward. And as you can see, they're getting the job done.
It's just wonderful news that they were able to save the grant and reapply for it and got the funding done. Through the efforts of Dwayne Beard and now Rebecca Janis, that was saved. So we're really thrilled about the exciting project. And we have another gentleman here, John Doltz. If you'd like to step up here a minute, I'd like to interview. Thank you, Keith.
Sure, my pleasure.
Come on in, John.
Yeah.
John, how do you feel about it? With you owning the hut, you're gonna get some renovations around the hut here. I know it'll help business. This should be done by the time the International Speedboat Racing event comes into the city of Dunkirk. Just some thrilling activity happening right now. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's something that the planning has been there for a number of years, and it's finally happening. It's great.
Good. Now, do you know anything about when the construction will finish? Have you talked to you about that at all?
Well, yeah, I talked to this project manager, and he's on it, and they're looking forward to making this happen in 6 weeks.
I think it'll be done before Memorial Day is the target date, and we're really thrilled about all this. So Dunker's on the move. We're thrilled about the renovations here at Wright Park, and we'll be right back with more. Thank you, John.